no ya de ho nsem no eba ma me sha asem free Liverpool bobuku ni at the time our club ebefa Liverpool bobuku no obe build a formidable squad, a strong squad that we compete here England and Europe. Now club team no obese say no obenya a right back in the shape of Arnold and obenya a left back in the shape of Robertson. So two players we Arnold and Robertson ebeye key and important players at the club necessary. How was he born the ball? How was he attacking? And how was he do a muduma? Club team no say no Arnold and Robertson 2 and 3 number boy you know. Nanya de kitwa. Obehwe the kind of numbers from them leave of see a season ewie na Arnold or right back, Robertson or left back. Number of chances from create assist from them Liverpool team no. E can who be and them Liverpool for a year successful under club. Untimi ni sa two players we influence and fame free almost success story ni. Mena wo ka say Arnold o from junior side ne bae o free bobuku ni. Robertson amukofa ni free Hull City etua 8 million pounds. Also, so the next 2 to 3 years, Liverpool won't rely on some players. So, Arnold and Robertson, omo era no, you bet Maka say, Abel ye, Abro successful with Liverpool. Liverpool for say dream that into a more dream the new fullbacks are. Ombe you the next 2 to 3 years, and 5 years. Any day say Liverpool for SSC. And said you'll be any no right back in the Liverpool ye. I mean, say Jeremy Frimpong ye. While passing the medicals, and then Liverpool for exchange documents with Liverpool's informer BBR. Jeremy Frimpong, the only Liverpool here, or more activating 35 million euros. Jeremy Frimpong, ever Liverpool team no, as the right back. And it is somewhere where we had the Liverpool for near say, Ken. Bomb of phone ya Liverpool for bid natum. Milos Kekes. The ebe we actually say. Liverpool for ne bomb of phone ya we our mo ya Liverpool for bid natum. Now Liverpool for bid omidi kind of coin. The first bid, 35 million pounds plus add-ons 5. Now bomb of phone chwe by a Liverpool for emiem kakra. Ewie ya no report eba ne kire say. Most likely say bomb of phone ebe Liverpool for bid natum. Now last week, ana Liverpool penyin for ekoshia Fali Ramadani. Say ka super agents and I say agents are recently omuye adwuma pa na Fali Ramadani kan ho bi. So last week ana Fali Ramadani any Liverpool for shaye ana omuye bibia boy ni nyaji tu mu Fali Ramadani enyaji tu ni agent fi obeje boy ni ba be sign contract to 2030 Ediama Liverpool team no waka yes. The reason why Milos Kekes eji tu so bobo Liverpool ye say Real Madrid ne Man City no mo ba ho ni nyina no. It seems a Liverpool for project no. I'm promising enough playing time. Branton no say Liverpool dey bet mabuano. So as it stands now, personal terms is called Bejo Liverpool any issue by a way. The good news near say Branton friend say Milos Kekes bomb of no Liverpool for bid no dia two. Now the major reason why Liverpool for settle on this boy say Liverpool for data analyst any data room no. Almost see if it is a Branton free AZ Alkmaar, ebe PM or Bournemouth, English Premier League, 2 seasons near, where Timmy adapted, where Timmy settled very well in the Premier League. Ni age near very good for Omu project over 21 years. So the next 5 to 6 years, I'll create my perform at the highest level. At the Liverpool. Ne style of play, no effort slot the open. Yes, a slot catch Liverpool for say, open right back and left back, or more pace, or more influence attack. Jeremy Frimpong in Sadienie and a Milos Kekes and him Sadienie. And Tinina Kahona Liverpool for settle on this ball. So as it stands now, Sebibia and Sessa next season, no Liverpool for right back. Ebeye Jeremy Frimpong, or left back, Ebeye Milos Kekes. So start 2 players way and ebeye the new face at the Liverpool in terms of fullback area. And this summer, Liverpool camp. Last month, and I'm the betuja essay. Manchester United de koshia Matheus Cunha no. And from who say Manchester United de struggle no. Matheus Cunha catch Manchester for say obebo Manchester team no. And my last month with the sad story ni betu wenim. Na the other story na sa page biem enani say. Manchester for penyin for koye meeting no say Manchester United for omo use strategic purchases and omo use. In transfers, there were different types of transfers. Your Galactico dear or you the future transfer, your tactical transfer or. But in the case of Manchester United, this season, and after the new season, Manchester United ever use the strategic purchases. The exchange now is say on be free coach, on be from accounts department, on be free brands departments, on be free every department in their transfer. So say departments ni na ye okay. Na on bet me akọ for sa player na and on be jatum. So the ama Matheus Cunha de na sa page biem ni say after some Manchester United departments ni nyina akọ ye meeting no. Oma pass ya branch ni say obetimi akọ. Adia na a problem kakra ni say na omo train the finance department of Manchester United as to say on betima approve say Manchester United betima tiska akọ na by enra the finance department of Manchester United man penyimfo na approve say Manchester United si kasem no ebetima allow Manchester am ometima say abranti we by ni papa will push for this deal for Manchester United aye Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim and the pushy kese pa for say Abrante friend say Matheus Cunha eba be join Manchester. Now according to sources, you know, you see Ruben Amorim or 3 major key reasons why I know see your Abrante we one. You play or be fit the system and the style of play. On say Amorim bought 3 back. We bought 2 number 6, 2 number 10s. That's the D6, D10. E won fin ho. Now Matheus Cunha say team now we see a kind currently Wolves for no. On the same system. Into a probia or Baba number 10 rule no. Behind the main striker, Matheus Cunha effective style of play no. So I'm take Sadia no. And you see Ruben Amorim catch what say. Apart from sa player no effective system no, or sa probia or adding numbers to Manchester United next season. And no cre. So offer branch friend say Matheus Cunha this season 15 goals, 6 assists in the Premier League. Into 3 numbers. And on sa probia or versatile. Obenya sa versatility in that player. Matheus Cunha 8 me as a striker and number 10 and a number 8. And to my pair friend say Ruben Amorim and they pushing for this deal. So we be and Beboma Abranti and also join Manchester United because Manchester United so a departmental meeting a course no departments ni na pass Matheus Cunha say Manchester United they bet me assign no. Me kopie mo Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid for e kopie mo Milan. Na Atiko foko pie mo Milan no ana omde impenyimfo kodi nkomo na ne nyane ye say Atletico Madrid foko busa AC Milan say oma brantie ne friend Rafael Leao no ne ho nsem te sen na AC Milan for are you ready to sell Rafael Leao ana Milan for aka cha Atletico Madrid for say omde omo mpre omo so ombeton Rafael Leao by say Atletico Madrid for are you ready so ombeton Rafael Leao omde omo da go the here ne say omo betua brantie ne release clause 175 million euros. And Atletico Madrid for see okay ate. Any ye ko bompenyin for amane ne asaba. So Atletico Madrid confirm akoye enquiries about Rafael Leao from AC Milan. And yet Atletico Madrid dey need combat metua. Omuska because recently upetin ba ko otis kato players pa na enkwofo adwen shedan ko ba Atletico Madrid for etis kakese pa. Check the amount of medical for Joao Felix. Edene buy 127.2 million euros. Nenye skaketwa. Though say na installment by the end omutua says kano. Eskom de kofa Julian Alvarez de buy 75 million euros. Enye skaketwa. Omukro Monaco akofa Thomas Lima 72 million euros. Enkofa ntiase. Recently Diego Costa 60 million euros from Chelsea to Atletico Madrid. So say yen spend this kano Atletico Madrid for 8 million spending. By Ken Rafael Leao to Atletico Madrid. Na Diego Simeone na ye coach a etwetwe maso kakra because one Diego Simeone obo two formation either so obo 4-4-2 no e be den for Rafael Leao 3 back and Ansenyo Bon na just say Rafael Leao wing back e be den so say Diego Simeone na wo ho dia na Atletico Madrid for Rafael Leao no etwetwe maso because Rafael Leao e perform very well under 4-3-3 I will use a right press system no operating from the left side so Atletico Madrid for catch AC Milan for say omo ko no masaba na ken story bi amati na ewia we no menim dia ma story we mempese meka senye no kre no what Liverpool ni Hurricane in Tentem no bobo ba Liverpool ni Hurricane amete story na say debi Hurricane join ni Liverpool
Hurricane
and dia ma story no media chire pa ni say nipa no breaki Jeremy Frimpong to Liverpool. Milos Kekes to Liverpool or breaking the last year December. Sani Pana na be breaking story. Yes, so you insider with Liverpool.
So Hurricane the about Liverpool or more defending league.
Yeah, because
defending league title.
Where do you hear me?
As Arsenal season 7.
We never say because Anka Ekoye obi Anka Meka say Obwa. By nipa no breaking Milos Kekes. Jeremy Frimpong o breaking the 2024 December. Sani Pana na be breaking story your friend Ivan. Na story we nyame adom echi na metwetwem e dia ba. Barcelona aka no ache Bayern for Makasadu.
So manenko.
Omo manenko. Boy ni so say onko. Na onu se Bayern for omo ye mafia. Omo contact Abranti we. Anom ka chen say sa defensive midfield role no say Frankie de Jong say your story no kwa. Frankie de Jong e be number 1. Say Makasadu Mark Bernard. So ba because at the time na Mark Bernard empire no kwa na nkebo. Enti now they won ka ho. Enti they say na Frankie de Jong etna. Mark Bernard eba no. Antwe yaba be the third choice. Enti bra Bayern. Nanka defensive midfield role no bebo.
No, only obeko.
Yes, boy ni say dey bi onko or J Barcelona project ni bi. Ana Hansi Flick so aka che dey ko say Frankie de Jong, Mark Bernard and Casado no. They in terms of aggression or you very combative ye we.
That's about no money.
Oh, but I won't say on how to managing the players no. Until we games we will bet to make so Bayern for no side you know off.
A few transfers no assassin temper. Assassin breaky and so at the moment better also Copen Tama give what club what happening in Serbia. Anderson Bremuka Kamame.
Okay. Transfers in 7 no die tie say Barcelona nkwada no. Say minim so what like Zibibia. It will be difficult to convince them. In any case, say individual be cry on Barcelona no. I will never advise him to go for Bayern Munich, to go to Bayern Munich. Sa number 6 one. Say Drobi na shewo. Nkwada bi o matona ba obi a emfa.
Na omunkra no omo teams foforo efa.
Patch why mo?
Barcelona nkra. So be foforo bi mo de omo team ma.
Oh, send you are dependent on individual basis.
You need to go Alcantara and Fabregas. Okay, Fabregas.
So no quantum
Alcantara.
No, I hardly will you see these guys leave La Masia. On say, let me okay, so let me my main car must be. You see, Barcelona boys, no. Laporta, on what see group B. Amame for any papa for group. You go school no. Na PTA, Parent Teacher Association. Barcelona Hansi Flick buy no. Some quadano doors. You see, when you are controlling big stars, are you different? Who controlling quada? Also, you different. Now, they were finding ways of making your first one are controlling quadano. One of the ideas they say, and they should form association outside the footballers. And now, what Barcelona can? Barcelona say in our normal football and as a Ghana a balance like a PTA no Barcelona or parents association who coaches no deals directly with the parents nkwada papa na omo maame no omo your group they are very close to the team coach no dealing direct with them able a place omo you stubborn they go directly to the parents. I mean, the reason why this is important. Some of Barcelona games now saying even in the Champions League, who took quiet, who say, if you place Miensa and 9 Omuma minimum on Papa no DH, it's our group. No, say, Omua point, say Pedri Papa. Pedri Papa, na say, Omar point, no, Fernando Gonzalez. Fernando Gonzalez, no, what that go pay? Mammy has some chill. Mammy Samsung Mamu reminded me. One say, and no, I'll be video, be an pay by video, be say, Pedri, time of Barcelona for a J trophy new year. Now Pedri bought panels and any papachino. Only a do heroes in the move. I a ritual away into the say no, se trophy be about Pedri, a board and never patchino. Never was a goalkeeper. No matter what I say, it's a say papa Pedri papa, and I am in charge of some parent group no. We were trying to say, it is a say, if it's a nekwe, this is what Barcelona intends to do. Nkwadani nyinaa no. Barcelona control or via their parents. It will be a very difficult situation. Miss Akwadabi Beka say, me kwa Barcelona Beka say, yam penny Akwadabi Beko. Say, unlike clubs, Libya, so stars, say stars, they are normally what they do is that they control them via their girlfriends or their wives. And nothing I'm maybe England for better works. But some young Kwada. To say Barcelona, La Masia, don't do one and yes, someone in La Masia fool. Don't do one, majority of them here. La Masia guys, then they will use their parents to control them. I think, say, any bad. But it will be difficult for them to move. Ken, Maman come in some. A Ballon d'Or, no. Officially, dates are Ballon thing. Now, last year, Ballon d'Or no October. Ken, this year, you're in September. Nature say 1 month earlier. Now, I don't know what you think about whether the date is going to play a role or not. Now, dates, no, their money is important, no say. Recency bias plays major role in data you bebo and as your best event, no. Can't tell me. Obetimi abobo pa during the season. But say beto aba. Na sa 1 month before abato no. Sa wo san. One ready a vote no ebeye based on who is performing within that period, you know. And so Brony say recency bias. So it plays major role. Now, say you beto aba no and say be events no September. It's you better start this season na August, September. It's just 1 month into the season. 1 month, you know. Wow, bebo and obenya sa votes, no sa recency bias votes, no within sa 1 month. So na obenya. I want you to see here. And they say Ballon d'Or, Michelle, and October, you. Yeah, in September. Now, this leads me to this conversation. Can be Mason Greenwood, I idea or be quiet about it. One said Dembele is getting the numbers, but Greenwood, when you call Dembele numbers, you see people are very quiet about this incident. Dembele, he has been doing what this is now. Accept it. Okuta 21 French league and goals, but Mason Greenwood, weekendy also said 21 goals. You see this boy, not even the English tablet. They are not even mentioning this guy.
Greenwood did you?
Yeah.
But if you are bad, I mean, says so much.
Harriet, I am that's what.
Harriet, you don't know.
Oh, some that's so chimping.
So we don't know, say, Saudi see because this boy says, oh, Obama, Jamaica.
They can't quit England, they
and Manchester United, a man of Chrome, and I said, it is about to be tragic, almost Chrome to trophy beer. From one papa be on your current. Almost the so good.
Almost soon as he Greenwood has been through difficult times. What's ne fear 1 year? Obano. Oko tested the mindset ewa Hetefe, he performed well. After Hetefe, Wabama said last year myself for the 8th. Or the Marcel I bet also second. Marcel Bebo Champions League. Top scorer in the French league. Ken Akwawi. He deserves a lot of mentioning, but very unfortunate to say among 4 money in. One other player I also want to highlight today. Ken, this season, number 8, Ben Abobo, HN Declan Rice.
Yeah, Rice. And I never comes there was what should go ahead? Why me go so?
I Nanzay or Hitibon. You see, this is what Arsenal in mobile. Arsenal performance now about for Minty. It looks like individual players we are failing to honor them.
Okay.
Can truth be told, Boa Declan Rice about this season. Saboni be said, even if Martin Odegaard had given Arsenal 80% of what Declan Rice gave Arsenal, and coming out so Arsenal, Bob say. See, say 8 now, Bono, and can not on for goals and can give the whole. I feel no the goals neighbor, but can not say attention neighbor Declan Rice about general play. truth be told, this guy, only David Raya, 2 Arsenal players that I will say boldly say this season on my performing pa. Much respect to them. Ken, Manchester City, my main carry man can be problem I want to say, we cannot beat teams at a ball low block. You understand? Southampton ball wrong. City ball 72% of ball possession. Okay. You know Crystal Palace, you ball 78% of ball possession. You know Southampton game, the City ball 26 shots. And now, you know Crystal Palace, you ball 23 shots into 2 games. City about 49 shots on which you go. Haaland Jirim, Kevin De Bruyne Jirim, Savinho Jirim, Doku Jirim, Mamouche Obie. Problem is that we cannot break teams on low blocks. Interestingly, 2 teams in about 5 at the back. Almost City deep one. Now City are prep ball unnecessarily, sir. Almost lose ball no normal with City counter attack. No more City. Solution. Ken, solution is say. Pep Guardiola will have to tweak things. I mean, what things mean? They say, boys, not talk about January, no. Okay. Impact of Madrid City, no. It has not been much because weekend I was watching Manchester City. Coach is a cover Yari, and your double pivot, your boy Bernardo Silva, and a Kevin De Bruyne. Meanwhile, my Pep Guardiola artistica koto Nico Gonzalez at the bench. Now I'm saying, oh my boy, nibi, or Tony be here day. Pep say Kuzanov. And I know man Nico Raleigh bebo boni beat the Kuzanov in your boni bimbo. Kuzanov was Manchester City's best player before Yeba dropping. No problem. We'll say back four and say 0% a year stable. Okay, yati. Then the next moment, Akanji buy ya wama Akanji. Wabebo boni be when Jina center back, Akanji could not 2. On way Mukrana say the ball form. What's some farmer neko 2? What happened to the statement that Pep Guardiola can say? Sir boys, no, or person maintaining the back 4. So today Pep Guardiola says this. The next morning, no sounds was a son no. Says hey, yeah, can I say it was Manchester City finds a way to beat Bournemouth.
You better be watching.
And yes, young come on no because I am imagining say, see, if City plays in the Europa Cup next season, City targets you will not get it.
But that's say, your friends, you another bad news for City. For this, I'm pulling out area. Yeah. And just in Manchester City, for this, almost a young wife, almost the whole package are too expensive. Almost a crown the packaging in a year cotton or sick, the Ben man you're kicking in a bomb agent fee. That does into City actually. And your moon got to Jagrelation. Morgan Gates, why? Hey, City, this boy. And this is a City airport.
Came Pacho, Yempeno.
For this.
David became Mr. Yempeno.
Morgan.
Yempeno. David Mr. Kenny, need you more, Yempeno. Yempeno. Now, what is Kakoto Jagrel is over 100. Now, Sako for how many serious Kakro?
Just yeah. For this, you know. Since I buy a phone call, Mr. Package.
The Liverpool,
Liverpool, Mr. Liverpool. Since you buy Liverpool. Tight race, City out. Morgan Gibbs White, very good player.
Mr. Need you more. Yempeno.
Go for a job with Rodrigo.
Yempeno.
Yena nyame saade ache na yena loss na tifo nyina ase said o mujebe no mutie show no kena mama sha ase mfamfiri ba bia oni kwakodi wie na Manchester City na kwaku ka say City share teams on mobile low block at Manchester City bread. It has been a long-standing problem for teams that are mobile possessive football. The best way to get results from them is to defend and defend very well. And to be kaya in the days. Say Pep Guardiola Barcelona, Asia Manchester United, or share Manchester United with ease. Because now say Alex Ferguson in Nima di Conti as to coach Yakola Ketwawi. No Nico defend it. No Jaima Pep Guardiola Bobo. He felt Pep Guardiola saying coaching he's too young. A baby has said that Barca any way through. No, I said Manchester United said your pair. But Obeshia Jose Mourinho Chelsea. A baby game ni baby no more complaining. Said Chelsea a packet bass and a wama born and yefe and a whole lot. But the baby no money resource now or mutiano, no more the call. And the teams from more possessive football. like the Pep Guardiola type, the Barcelona type. At the team on a total defense. And I'll bet media show now the results. And Oliver Glasner being an experienced manager, and him sad, you know, it will quite a fast over Manchester City. No, the young results, and you're quite unfortunate. So City about this beautiful football, or about good football, or about possessing what dictated the pace of the game. But I bet we ask, you know, Manchester City and young results, not team no defending any young results. But then again, you ask yourself, say, is this the first time at ABC or football? It happens. Maybe in the Champions League, Barcelona and Celtic. Barcelona bought as much as 89% of possession. Emma Celtic bought just 11. You are saying the Sabena Victor Wanyama was Celtic. You are saying no match Barcelona 2-1. Now a far the end of the call. So at certain stages, you deploy a tactics or a system to get the needed results. And I know Oliver Glasner, I am happy for him personally. A man at the point now there was so much pressure on him. Sir, Crystal Palace combo me person mo be jane kwan because omo feel say the enti omo de ne buy no ontimi nya say adwuma ne mfa mo after winning the Europa Cup with entrance Frankfurt ni akwa forward as a manager and results wey na but he has transformed the Crystal Palace team and certain other players individually e team ni mo a omo bobo no the man results so kudos to him getting Crystal Palace their first ever major trophy since the club. I think that is something good for a manager as is Oliver Glasner, and kudos to them, they have done very well. My two coaches baby are on a free club mo. Now I'm saying I go back to the club. Now near man conquer for my and a lot of the time. So you see a coach be person or go back to team of free mo. And I see you see a team be a coach. But a person say go find a bar. Now man for be questions. The second coming the be and I say any year. In as much as I said there have been a lot of coaches on my there are also a few ones on the a typical example is Job Heynckes. Job Heynckes free Bayern Munich. He later got back. Or back in Yama kind of man to the extent say or the Bayern Munich Bobo J treble. Continental treble for that matter. And Yama Koye and so Eddie Amano. You will just say Mourinho. The second coming was Chelsea. Now he said but at least coming back over G League. Recently, Carlo Ancelotti into so Real Madrid. The second coming out of Real Madrid, things hasn't been bad except this season. Even with this season, Crampono, and yet that bad. And the Madrid expectation in the Wasro and no Namana Kwaka. It's the unfound a lot of the coaches. I'm free club no more sign Babaka. Second coming in, there are other coaches almost I am Yamako Yemomo. In Komoya, me Dean and Papa friend is Eric Ten Hag. Ken, there are reports a free Netherlands neighbor. Say yes, episode almost go for Eric Ten Hag, and then the bias Bobo Kunim. Eric Ten Hag, about Manchester United, and Yama and Konkayan Famano, and I'm paying for Jana Quine, and all the free team in Koye. But at Ajax, Papa me here, Juma Levy and Mark, and Bobo Kunim. Before I acquire Ajax, now for 5 solid seasons, as big as Ajax is, no one to win the Dutch Eredivisie, or Netherlands, or Koy or Diomoko J. 2 league titles and so on. Any other domestic trophies, the Dutch Cup and the GG Bima. Ken, after say Ajax edge Champions League, the last one in 1995, 96 almost signed quarterfinals, 1997 and almost signed to call semi-finals. Since then, to get to the semi-final stage of the Champions League, now a problem. It is since 1997. For 22 solid years, Papa, your friend is Eric Ten Hag, and I signed to do a mobile call the Champions League semi-final in the year 2018-2019 season. Until he left a mark Ajax Bobo Kurimo. Now they feel that things are not going right since he left. To get to that stage of the Champions League about a problem. It's only few say Senyama Nkwanka will be honum. As a sia only Jumaye. Now a maybe a champ or before your team in Yama Koye de Maye. Aside these things, or build a young side and almost some win some football. About 185 matches. In all competitions, no around 504 goals. A free scoring team and or build the ma omo. It's almost Kaisa Papani available. Omo person omo faneba no babaya Juma de Maomo. It's in as much say there are other coaches who come back to their former clubs and Yaman Koyeno. I feel say I say nim komono, not a hard susun yintum, non conquer relanchen hon ewo, na Jumana or ye in the past. On take a cue from a Carlo Ancelotti no dear. And a Job Heynckes no there, non come back, non come for Ajax club no. And Samson Fanya Juma so na who ye, so the omo no. Ken Kakebi on Barcelona. Play a friend on a year Frankie de Jong. One man and say, but some 24% will renew and also more extend their branch in the contract. but adeɛ baako aka ɛyɛ sika sɛ aberanteɛ no nti wo wages so na on extended contract na on tena Barcelona so we Frankie de Jong and I say me Frankie de Jong quickly meti asie na my extended contract no matter me wages so no matter na Barcelona can a lot of the time so bet is a player prepare player anya fit anya consistent availability are a problem e dey am player na at the time will be a team ni be hia na am fa one quality okita no the sidelines team need to be using him for results e be ba bonte na team ni ba beton player no ebe ba na ye transfer list player no ebe ba na mpanifo person mu free team nim because the ye here odi wa ye ye ntimi nya won fa won ye say plenty but for a team like Barcelona they decided to move keep faith in the player Frankie de Jong o prepare na Barca for you ready say omo be hwa Abrante na man won tori because omo with the kind of quality Abrante ni possess a lot of times coach and friend say Eric Ten Hag try so be for Abrante and the number Manchester United anytime bi obeko bia no na Barcelona person obeja Abrante na man akọ even one injuries have Abrante no they stuck with him looking at the quality of money who Abrante ni mu and for a team like Barcelona to do that it tells the kind of trust and la one reporter interview here 2 days ago waka say Abrante no omo need omo a lot of quality in the play omo ready to omo be man akọ because Ora Barcelona ball no bona he's their tempo setter and he does it to perfection. Ebi obehwe Rafinha nom, obehwe Lamine Yamal nom, omo man numbers, omo hwe goals. But am not no control game ni won feeling won dem Barcelona no. One press resistant player, no matter pressure be man no, e dey to obeje ball there feeling them Frankie de Jong or detected the pace of the game very well. Or not directed the Barcelona play. E won feeling won dem team no. And such a player with this kind of quality, on the whole turn no. Ball na all body was through bebre ne there. Minim die ntia sasa o mane ko what project na se awie no na okofa a new player e na basa omra mechem afei na oba be adapt na watimi abo games so both parties in common ye na nkoye na Abrante ntena because he's shown with a little time or fit ma Barcelona no so our quality all be bobo boko de ken